Hey guys, it's Amelia here. Welcome to TLC Flicks Wednesday, October 2, 2024. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. The latest installment of Sister Wives, Ace and Archer, Mykelti Brown's twin boys, were born when she underwent a cesarean section. And this episode included the birth. During the first season, there was a doctor named Dr. Bean. Recall the hospital delivery of Christine's child when she gave birth to Kody and Christine? Really? That baby's OB/GYN at delivery was Dr. Bean, and Mykelti used the same OB/GYN for her twins. As I mentioned before, TLC was unable to obtain authorization from the hospital to shoot, which is why the birth took place there. There is absolutely no footage of them in the hospital other than during Mykelti's appointment, where the doctor measures her belly and examines the position of the twins right before she goes into labor and delivers the induction. Because the twins are breached, the doctor will not deliver twins breached, so the C-section is scheduled, and Mykelti has to sort of come to terms with the fact that she is having a C-section rather than delivering the baby the traditional way. She had clearly done a home birth with her first child, so being in the hospital was very different. However, the birth was somewhat overshadowed by Robyn's strange conversation about her troubles with Christine during the delivery discussion, and to be honest, Christine didn't say much about Robyn. I would want to reiterate that there will be a significant difference between the way Christine talks about Robyn and the way Robyn talks about Christine. They begin by explaining why Robyn is so significant to Mykelti, and I'm beginning to think that the TLC producers are attempting, albeit unsuccessfully, to offer both Kody and Robyn a redemption story in this episode. However, Mykelti made this statement regarding her friendship with Robyn. Since we weren't present and don't know what she went through as a child, many fans dislike Mykelti because of her relationship with Robyn. I can understand why people get upset because they believe that by supporting or dating Robyn, she is disrespecting her mother. Furthermore, we're not sure how much of an impact Robyn had on her throughout her adolescence, which may have contributed to her overwhelming overall personality. In my opinion, many people wrongly criticize Mykelti because of her relationship with Robyn. Do I believe that Robyn's early friendship with Mykelti was perfectly appropriate? No, I don't. Mykelti has discussed being the outsider in the family in an honest manner on her Patreon page. Mykelti is the second oldest kid and daughter of Christine. However, I've heard from others in this group that the oldest daughters in their family receive different treatment and have a lot more responsibilities than the daughters who are directly behind them. Families are frequently thought of as being like the role model child for all other children. Aspen thus truly assumed the role of being that family member, and as a result, Aspen, Maddie, and Leon, the family's three eldest daughters, became extremely close. And Mykelti, well, she wasn't the oldest daughter, so maybe she was left out of that. She has also always been troubled by the fact that Hunter was allowed to go on many of the trips they had together, even though he was a year younger than her during their earlier seasons. She then discusses how, for the most part, all of the guys who were younger than her when she was little, so she never really felt like she didn't fit in with Janelle's children or her siblings. She paid in after getting Hunter. Beneath her is her younger brother, who is the next oldest person, followed by Garrison Gabrielle. The three eldest girls aren't really involved in her life, and there are all these boys. After all, when she finally finds Robyn, she seems to feel loved and seen by Robyn, who also let her vent to her. This probably worked in Robyn's favor because it allowed her to learn more about what was going on in her home and possibly even turn Mykelti against someone like her mom or something. However, Kody maintains that it improved their connection. In any case, she was influenced by Robyn when she was younger, and she is not supportive of him now in 2024. Presently, I want to be clear that she doesn't get along well with Robyn, and this was 2 years ago today. They're not near each other. However, when Christine is questioned about Robyn, it's not as if, well, it's just as if I knew that Robyn would be present. Her presence doesn't bother me in the slightest. Most likely, we'll be in the waiting area together. She doesn't really spend much time thinking about what's going on with Robyn, so it might be awkward. Like, I'm here for you, Mykelti, will you? Everything will work out. It will feel strange, but okay. She doesn't discuss the fact that you are aware of her anger toward Robyn or her negative thoughts toward her. She talks about not feeling outraged, not feeling deceived, or even hurt by Robyn at all. This entire portion of the episode, or this segment, began with Robyn stating that she knew this would be difficult for her because Christine had betrayed her. What did she betray you of, I wonder? Why did she deceive you? Did she deceive you? How? I feel like it would be easier for me to listen to Robyn if she actually took a little bit of accountability, since she left Kody and didn't want to stay in a loveless marriage, nor did she want to stay miserable in the secondary character. As in, I know it was difficult when I came in, and I know I upset a family. I know that I made demands, but she never accepts responsibility for her actions. Christine will acknowledge that she may have done this. Yes, I believe I may have done that. I'm sure I said a few hurtful things, but Christine has always had to say sorry to Robyn in our relationship. It's not like Robyn has ever expressed regret to Christine. It was sort of a jab at Christine when she began to cry there and said that it was nice and she didn't have to, so she was able to forget about anything else. She says, I'm so betrayed by Christine at first, and then we got a hold of grandbabies and it was so sweet. I almost could kind of forget about it in a later statement. Her pretend tears let me almost forget that she had cheated on me. Christine says nothing along these lines. Robyn is still waiting. Why did she deceive you? Christine claimed I was losing my identity because I was in my first year of plural marriage, like she lost herself, in response to Kody's accusation that she was envious. And I had an epiphany, a light bulb moment, that this conflicting, uneasy feeling I was experiencing while watching the show was actually the difference between Christine, a member of the cult, and someone who had left. A lot of that cult mentality is leaving her. She is not a proponent of polygamy. She disagrees that people ought to practice polygamy. She believes that polygamy causes a great deal of suffering and heartache. Thus, by breaking her pledge to uphold their celestial kingdom and the vows they made, she is not betraying polygamy in the correct way. She has chosen herself, though, which the cult would argue is selfish, immoral, evil, and wicked. Perhaps Robyn's departure from the family, the church, and the faith constitutes her betrayal. I'm not sure, but I think it's the struggle between people who have abandoned the attitude and others who haven't. And the reason for Janelle's vacuous behavior, in my opinion, is that she seems unwilling to give up her faith, defend polygamy, and even defend her parenting decisions, which were poor due to the cult. On the other hand, she appears to agree with Christine regarding many of the negative aspects of polygamy, but she isn't ready to acknowledge that living this way is unhealthy. In contrast, Christine has stated unequivocally that she will never do this again because she would never want to hurt someone. I would never want to take a second wife and ruin a family. That hurts too much. Since Christine is the only member of the family who is not currently involved in this, Kody and Robyn are making a lot of effort to target her. You'll see that Janelle isn't truly experiencing the same kind of harassment because she maintains her faith and maintains some level of influence. So they continue to say things like, I hope we can reconcile. Though I still have trust in Janelle, I fear that Christine is dangerous, bad, wicked, and worldly, and that she will persuade others to leave since she has been cast out and no longer believes in this, obeys them, or abides by this faith. I sincerely hope they will address these subtleties in the tale. Do you understand what I mean? I wish people would just say these things aloud, like we're really at odds because Christine violated our church and abandoned both faith and belief. She was turning into an apostate, so she's the bad guy now, and that's why Kody and Robyn are always accusing her of things. For example, Kody says she's jealous of a baby, which is absurd, and it's just a way for him to make fun of her and remind everyone that she was a horrible sister wife. Christine isn't making any disparaging remarks about Kody or Robyn. She answers back when they falsely accuse her of things or make outrageous claims, but she doesn't say anything bad, right? She also acknowledges that Mykelti is putting a lot of the blame for the family's division on her and that she must attempt to mend and unite the family, which helps me understand why she has distanced herself from Kody and Robyn. I believe she expected that this situation would awaken them to the need to stop their cruelty, division toward the members of the family who are not part of their group and that they should be more connected to the children that he has left behind. Furthermore, it was unsuccessful and did not occur. I believe that part of the reason is that she's probably come to the realization that the one thing that was supposed to unite the family didn't, and she's probably decided to give up on me. She also mentioned that she was moving in part to avoid the turmoil. She desired to no longer act as a go-between. She no longer desired to be in that circumstance. Thus, the situation is altered. However, as you clearly see, Robyn needs to remind. She is the one who is with Mykelti after all, and she will put in the most effort, offer the most assistance, and take on all responsibilities because she is the greatest, the most adored, and she recognizes Christine's role, right? It was Christine who deceived her, but she is the one who will take the necessary actions. It should be noted that she only spent a few days in Utah due to the 8-hour drive there. Christine, on the other hand, was only a few kilometers away from Mykelti at the time. In actuality, Robyn assisted with the birth and stayed for a few days following it. And that was all. But she feels like she's better than Christine and has this really heightened sense of self. It's almost as if I were Christine and I had to live with someone like Robyn, I would probably feel as though I was going to walk into a wall because even after Christine moved out, Robyn still feels as though she is Christine's rival. She is currently competing. Is there really a contest to see who can adore Mickey the most? Who is Mykelti's better mother? Simply put, Robyn has degraded and Christine has evolved in this destructive circle of behavior. Christine would have the chance to criticize Robyn, but she chooses not to. She just stated that she doesn't want to be nice with them and that it was awkward and will continue to be difficult. To be honest, many of the people I speak with who leave this cult have to set boundaries, like an emotional boundary with the people who are still there. This is because, like Kody and Robyn, who are more in than out but still partially in, there is a tendency for those who are still in this mindset to try to win you back to the cult and bring you back into the fold. She doesn't trust Robyn because of the way their sister-wife dynamic played out, and she feels like Robyn kind of walked in and blew everything up. But at the end of the day, it was Kody Brown who made the decision to do what he did, and he decided he was going to replace the entire family with one wife. She knows this because she watched her mom leave, she watched other people leave, and she knows where she is in her life. In the end, Christine lost her faith and came to the realization that she no longer believed in it. She also decided she didn't want to be stuck in a loveless marriage because of a covenant she no longer believed in, believing in something she didn't believe in. They will continue to drive the bus over her, so just wait for the entire season. She decided to be decisive and sever that cord, and now that she is an apostate outside of that cult, she needs to maintain a boundary to avoid being pulled back in. They will not stop making fun of her. They will not give up on her. And me, I want to keep watching to see how Christine develops after she starts dating David. She has been married for about a year now, but we haven't met David yet. For now, that is all. Kody and Robyn made irrational charges. Kody and Robyn are duped. Christine is on the opposing side, trying her best to help the children while maintaining the strict barrier. Actually, Christine makes me proud. This season has seen a significant shift in her development from last. She is undoubtedly no longer gloating. She isn't criticizing them negatively. She is acting in a very mature manner. I don't think Christine is playing nice. She's just acting like an adult, not even pretending to be playing. Robyn said she had to play nice. She's merely doing what any responsible mom would do, in my opinion, for her children. What do you think, though, about Kody calling Christine jealous and Robyn accusing her of betrayal? If you were looking for more sister wives gossip, come back to TLC Flicks for all your updates. Bye, guys.